I can, you know what I'm saying? And right now on the line, we're going to jump into the line. We got the homeboy Wes calling in. Yo, Wes, you with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
How you feeling,
How
man?
you doing, Wes?
I'm doing real good out here getting it. How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good. Did you get a chance to hear any of the music we played tonight?
Oh, yeah, I heard all of it. I really like that Bundy and the X Mob, man. I've been working with Vicious since '06, man. I've heard a lot of the unreleased X Mob, you know. They're really doing it very serious and plan on taking it over like they did back in the 90s. So y'all be on the lookout for them. They're definitely going to be a threat.
Yeah, they definitely are a threat, and that's always since the beginning. Both of them, I mean, you know, the group and individually since they started making music. And I tell people all the time that is talent like none other. You know, I know they're still independent or what have you, but that's still some talent, a whole lot of talent.
Yeah, they both are very talented. Vicious stays in the studio, and so does Bundy. You know, I mean, they're really known in Louisiana and South Texas and across the whole South region of the United States. You know, it's just time to take it nationwide like it's supposed to be done 15 years ago.
Definitely. And both of them have a delivery. Like, I mean, the voices are so smooth and clear, and, you know, the message, too. It's like they talk about real stuff. They're not talking about, like, you know, the bling-bling and all that stuff. They're talking about real stuff, things that happen to real people. And I think that's one thing that makes the music so special. And I think we're going to definitely
that's one thing I really like about them, too, Arlene, is that on most records, you don't get any social commentary. You don't learn anything from it. None of that. You know, a lot of these young people that are growing up don't have a father figure in their life. And, you know, all they hear on the records are about these people selling drugs and how many diamonds and cars they got. But they don't get any social commentary from it. They don't learn anything from the records. And that's one thing I can say about X Mob is they speak the truth. And everything they talk about is mostly reality.
Definitely.
Stuff that people in situations happen on a day-to-day basis.
Definitely. You know, and it's something that I think a lot of people, especially down south, can relate to. You know, it's definitely. So what do you think about, you know, like X Mob, for example, No Limit and Cash Money? Had there been No Limit and Cash Money, what do you think it would have meant for the independent artists like X Mob? You know, because I think they laid the foundation for the independent artists to come in. But what do you think about that?
All right, well, first off, I want to say this. I think that Mr. James Prince out of Houston, Texas, and Rap-A-Lot Records laid the foundation back in 1986 when he started Rap-A-Lot with Scarface and Willie D and the Ghetto Boys, because he was the first person in the South to switch over from a hip-hop type disco-style music to gangster rap that was Southern, that was raw, with no cut. So I give credit to Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot Records firsthand for pioneering and putting down the blueprint for labels like No Limit Cash Money. I don't think No Limit Cash Money would even be here if it wasn't for Rap-A-Lot.
Right.
You know, and I think UGK had a lot of influence, too, because back then a lot of the artists were scared to jump on the record and, you know, switch up their style. They all wanted to sound like Run DMC and KRS-One, these East Coast rappers, you know. Pimp C and Bun and Scarface and Willie D were really the first artists in the South to come out with a different style of music. So
that's true.
Also, Pimp C single-handedly helped No Limit with a lot of production and song concepts and things like that a lot of people don't even know about that. He never got credit or paid for.
Right.
Yeah, there's definitely a UGK. There's definitely a UGK and No Limit. Connect there. But from a business standpoint, you can't downplay No Limit's contribution to the game.
No, I don't downplay him at all. I give my credit for the success they had.
Yeah, there's no doubt Jay Prince a monster, and you're right. He definitely, I mean, when you talk about Russell Simmons, when you talk about Jay-Z, when you talk about Dr. Dre even, and from a business standpoint and building a record label, there's no way Jay Prince should get left out of that convo. And the only reason he is because, one, he's a quiet dude, and two, you know, he buried down south. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's buried down south. He ain't, you know, New York, he's not L.A., he's not up there. But, yeah, Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot, man. But even before them, even before from a business standpoint, even though Rap-A-Lot was doing their thing and UGK was doing their thing, we the only ones that knew about them. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, only Texas, Louisiana, we're the only ones that knew about them. What No Limit and Master P and them did was say, hey, no. You know, it's more than just Death Row and you know, all these New York labels and things like that. You know, the South is wide open. And so, yeah, definitely Rap-A-Lot, you know, laid that groundwork down as far as production, as far as showing Master P how to do it. But from a business standpoint, No Limit just blew the doors off. It's a shame that he couldn't keep it together like Jay Prince did Rap-A-Lot, because Rap-A-Lot still got a lot of heat coming out of Houston. I mean, it's ridiculous. When I pass through Houston, every time it looks like I turn on a radio station, it's a new Rap-A-Lot artist. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing the way that you guys have finally coalesced. Because for a minute, Houston was beefing with Houston. Like, it was crabs in a barrel down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't do anything without another Houston artist bringing you back down. Now, you know, I guess, you know, I don't know. You know better than me, but UGK kind of said, okay, let's stop the beef. Let's all work together. Then, you know, it's just been mad love coming out of Houston and great music.
But yeah, that's a whole different story, man. That's getting into the record labels and the conspiracy and how they're fucking over all these artists. You know, that's really why we want to bring unity to the game, because we want to compare notes with each artist and see how they're getting fucked over by their label, so we can, you know, form a union and start our own record label and our own distribution company. That way, we'd be a power. But, you know, that's a threat to the major record labels. They don't want to see it happen.
I'd agree. Big homie,
but, yeah, I would say that No
Limit. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that No Limit did play a huge influence in the 90s, though, as far as Southern music. You know, they really did take it to the next level as far as shooting videos and things like that. I mean, they really helped put the South on the map. So I will give them credit for that. You know, they really broke a lot of ground for a lot of artists down south. And then Cash Money, which is the biggest independent record label in the world, has really, you know, just taken it to beyond the next level, you know. So I don't think any of these artists would be eating down here if it wasn't for them four people.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Yo, big homie, thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for dropping that knowledge to it. Do not be a stranger, you know what I'm saying? You going to holler at us next week?
Yeah, man, I can make that happen.
For sure.
All right, Beth. Thanks for calling in.
It's no problem. Y'all have a good night and stay blessed.
All right, you too.